Welcome to the OP12 Yellow Kid deck breakdown, otherwise known as Piss Kid, where we're going to be going over the deck, the leader, the cards in the deck, your starting hands, the tech options you could try in your deck. We're going to take a look at the curve of the deck, and we're going to take a look at his overall matchups against other leaders. But yeah, before we jump right into things, first a word from our lovely sponsors.
Kaizoku.
This video is brought to you by Nengarden. To celebrate their 1-year anniversary, they're thanking fans with a huge sale. Nearly everything is $30 or less. Plus, you can use code Kaizoku at checkout for an extra 5% off your order. This video is brought to you by Adakai TCG. Shop the latest in premium holographic textured custom One Piece cards. Designed for collectors, crafted to stand out. Use code Kaizoku for 15% off your next order. This video is sponsored by gumgum.gg. See Western OP11 lists and Eastern OP12 lists on gumgum.gg. Updated daily. Be the first to see decks for new leaders as they emerge. With over 1,000 deck lists per set, gumgum.gg has all the top strategies as soon as they drop. This video is sponsored by Card Market, Europe's largest online marketplace for trading card games. Oh, piss. Yeah, Kid, again, 3 sets later, haven't touched them in a while. A lot of people seem to not like that nickname. Kid, monocolor, 5 life. His leader ability reads, end of your turn, you may turn one of your cards from the top of your life face up. If you do this, you can set up to one of your supernova type characters with a cost of 3 to 8 as active. That character gains blocker until the end of your opponent's next turn. So yeah, it's a really defensive deck that runs some pretty offensive cards too, but yeah, it's all about making really big blockers. It's all about healing yourself to keep making more blockers, and then you basically kind of just want to stall to your late game and then just chain back-to-back big threats and then overwhelm your opponent. Now, Yellow Kid's relevance in the meta again, he is now a top meta deck again, is due in part to the fact that he's good into 2 other really good top meta decks at the moment, namely Zoro and Rayleigh. But we're going to take a look at that at the matchup section. I'll have it in the timestamps below. I always have timestamps for my deck breakdowns, by the way. But yeah, let's jump right into the deck list. For OP10 Scratchman Apu, it's a 1-cost 1k blocker. It's only a conditional blocker when you have another yellow supernova type character out other than Apu, other than another Apu even. But yeah, 1-drop blockers in this current meta is really good, right? You're able to stop a lot of big attacks for just a 1-down investment. So the decks that can utilize 1-drop blockers, especially as consistently as we can, since our entire deck is mostly like yellow supernovas. Yeah, Apu is a no-brainer to include. It's 1k counter if you don't need him as a blocker too. For OP10 Monkey D Luffy, 1-cost 2k, it's a top 5 searcher. It just searches for supernova type characters other than another Luffy. It's great at finding what you need for every situation, because yeah, on our 2, on our 4, on our 6th on turn, it's all about countering your opponent's board, controlling their board until we get to our late game. So this just helps you find whatever answer you need for a particular situation. For OP11 Capone Gang Bedge, 2-cost 1k blocker, 1k counter as well. So yeah, he has blocker, and then once per turn, if a supernova type character other than Bedge would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, this is either KO, bounce, or even bottom deck, you can add it to the top of your life cards face down instead. So yeah, this is removal evasion to the highest degree. This kind of makes it so that Lucci is like useless against you. Just having these Bedges out protects all of your priority characters from being KO'd. You don't really care too much about your early characters, but like it's your laws and then your kids and stuff like that you want to protect. Sometimes it's even worth it for playing your 4-drop on curve just to be able to play this 4-drop plus the Bedge on your following turn just to protect it, you know, Hawkins and a Bedge out. And then yeah, it's still just a blocker too for 2 Dawn. Much like the Apu, a chump blocker is really good in this meta. So we run 8 really nice chump blockers. For OP11 Zeus, 2-cost 2k power, 2k counter. We're a yellow deck, we have to run this card. So on play, you can add the top or bottom of your life cards to your hand. If you do this, you can kill to one of your opponent's 5-cost or less characters. 5 drops are like the meta stat line you need to hit in this current metagame, right? Like half of the cards in the Zoro deck are hittable by Zeus. This hits Sanji and Pudding. So yeah, just a bunch of 5 drops all around in the meta that you want to be able to kill on the turn that you can answer them like right after they come out. So for a 2-down investment, you're still open to playing a 4-drop after that. So this is just a really good card to curve, and we're a 5-life leader too, so we have life to spare. Taking a life to hand is no big deal at all. In fact, it even gives us more options to play on our next turns, right? It's like drawing a card. For OP10 Extrict, 3-cost 3k power, 2k counter. So yeah, 2k counter, but he has a lot of utility actually. So activate main, you can rest this character. If the number of life cards is equal to or less than the number of your opponent's life cards, you can rest up to one of your opponent's 4-cost or less characters. So this is especially good into Rayleigh. This absolutely demolishes Rayleigh. You're gonna need this against him. Also gives you a fighting chance against Blackbeard. Otherwise, he just outright like mows you down, right? Being able to rest his Jesus Burgess with this Extrict is like our only way to control his board. And yeah, just against a plethora of other threats, like if your opponent has a bunch of chump blockers too, X strike gets rid of him. You do have to be lower life than your opponent, so you do have to keep track of that. But yeah, how he's good into Rayleigh is that like you rest this X strike, you rest one of their characters before he can attack, you kill it, and then you can use your lead ability to untap your X strike to prevent him from dying, and then use his effect again every turn just to pop one of Rayleigh's bodies. Pro tip for ya. 4 OP10 Basil Hawkins, 4 cost 5k power 1k counter. On KO, trash out to one of your opponent's life cards. Then on trigger, you draw 2 and trash 1. So yeah, this is just a sticky body just because no one wants to touch this guy. If you KO him, you lose a life. It doesn't go to your hand, it goes straight to the trash, it doesn't trigger. So making this guy an early blocker is really potent. It disincentivizes your opponent from attacking, or if they do attack, it helps you kill them a little bit quicker, 1 turn quicker. And yeah, if they ignore him, he's a 5k ping that they have to answer every turn. So yeah, Hawkins is great for that. Even as a trigger, right? If you put this on top of your life with the law, you draw 1 card in the end, you cycle a card out of your hand. So really good at every facet. 4 promo 88 Trafalgar Law, 4 cost 5k power 2k counter. On trigger, if your leader has a supernova's type and you and your opponent's life cards in total is 5 or less, you can play him out for free. So yeah, it's just a 2k counter that cheats himself out. We can put it in our life with our 7 cost law. We can accidentally get him into life with our Kikunojos or Akumas. Now, yeah, right off the bat, you can see he full play set's $276. Don't buy him right now. I think the only way you can get them at the moment is from like some regional tournaments or online treasure cups or something like that. So of course they're going to be super expensive, especially because people are going to want to optimize this particular list on day one, right? So I don't know, if you're like a rich money bag, you could buy a full play set. I usually save this discussion for the price of the deck that comes afterwards, but I'll talk about it right now. This is going to get reprinted in PRB02, and it's going to get printed in the one of the premium selection volumes. So unless you're like super desperate to play Kid in the sweatiest meta ever, I would say forgo him. But if you wanted to play the best version of the deck, yeah, I think Law is the option here. 4 OP06 Kikunojo, 4 cost 6k power. On KO, if your opponent has 3 or less life cards, you heal 1 card from the top of your deck to your life. Then on trigger, if your opponent has 3 or less life cards, you play this card out. So similar to the Law, it's a card that you can play out for free, and we can sometimes accidentally just get it in our life due to how many ways we heal and the fact that we're a 5 life leader, so we have more life to potentially increase the odds of Kikunojo being there. And the Kikunojo being a 6k is really relevant, right? Green Purple Luffy, Blue Purple Luffy, even like Red Purple Luffy and Newgate are 6k base leaders that are in the meta. 2 of them are like prevalent. So just being able to always swing without any down investment is a really relevant boon to have with Kikunojo. Only downside is that Kikunojo is not a supernova, so it's not really interactable with anything else in our deck, besides like luckily getting it into our life. 4 OP12 Bartholomew Kuma, 6 cost 7k power. It's the only new card added from OP12 into our deck, but it's a great one. It's a generic, really good yellow card. A lot of yellow decks are going to run this. So on play, what he does is if you trash a card from your hand, you can heal 1 card from the top of your deck to your life. Then you can give him +2 cost until the end of your opponent's next turn, so it prevents him from getting removed by a lot of relevant threats, right? He's an 8 drop for 1 turn. Then on your opponent's turn, when he gets KO'd, you can heal another card. So like the Hawkins, but in like kind of reverse kind of way, where they don't want to attack into Hawkins because they don't want to lose life. They don't want to attack into Kuma so that you don't heal life. So yeah, a lot of characters in this deck that just are kind of not favored into attacking into, right? You can bottom deck them and bounce them, but yeah, I think KOing is the easiest way to get rid of Kuma, but they don't want to do that. So even more annoying than Hawkins, he's a 7k swing every turn. And he has 1k counter too, by the way, that's insane. 4 OP10 Trafalgar Law, 7 cost 9k power. So the key card of our deck on play, you reveal to 1 supernova type card from your hand and add it to the top of your life cards face down. Then give it to 1 rested Dawn card to one of your supernova type leaders. So it makes your leader a 6k because it gives you a Dawn. You can cherry pick the card that you put into your life, and it goes face down too, so that means that your leader ability is active no matter what your previous state of the top card of your life was. You have your leader ability active. Most likely you're going to turn this Law into a 9k unless you have another 9k on board that you want to untap. And yeah, it's just a 9k blocker and a 9k swing. It heals you, it gives you a Dawn on your leader, it does so many things for you. 2 OP03 Charlotte Katakuri, 8 cost 8k power. On play, you can add a character with the cost of 8 or less on the top or bottom of its owner's life. This is either you or your opponent, so you can use it in a multitude of ways. You can either target yourself, put your Kikunojo into life, you can heal that way and tank another hit. But what makes them especially useful in this current meta is that it's really great into Green Purple Luffy and Blue Purple Luffy and Zoro in particular. Katakuri hits the purple 8 cost Katakuri, puts it into life. It's a non-counter card, so it's annoying for Blue Purple Luffy to get it in the late game when they're trying to defend themselves. Similarly, the same logic, it applies to Sanji and Pudding, right? Behind a Merry-Go stage, it's still only just a 7 cost. You can hit it with Katakuri, and especially relevant into not just Zoro actually, but also like Red Green Smoker and Bonnie, is that this Katakuri hits 8 cost Kid and also 8 cost Mihawk, the new generic green boss monster in every green deck. So just being able to just answer it on the turn after they play it is a really great thing to have. but just as a 2 of, because we're not always going to be facing those kind of decks. But if your local metagame is heavy in that, you could consider increasing Katakuri to a higher ratio. For OP10, use this Captain Kid. 8 cost 9k power. On play, you can rest this character. Trash up to 1 card from the top of your opponent's life cards, so they just outright lose it. Just similar to the Hawkins, it doesn't go to their hand. And then at the end of your turn, if your opponent has 2 or less life cards, you cycle a card from your hand. So yeah, just great at fixing your hand, great at, as you're stalling, also making sure that your opponent slowly is dying, right? So you're not developing a bunch of characters and still having to mow down through like 4 life. You get them to like near 0 to 1 life in most cases, and then you have 9Ks that they have to contend with. And yeah, Kid is a supernova, so we can turn him into a 9k blocker too, especially because he comes out rested when we play him on play if you want to use that trash effect. Lastly, we have 4 OP11 Gum Gum Fire Fist Pistol Red Hawk. It's a dual kind of counter event, because what it does is for 1 Dawn, on main, if you rest 3 more Dawn, you can KO a character with an original cost of 5 or less if the total of you and your opponent's life cards is 5 or more. So only in the very early stages of the game where this is a removal card, but it's a strong one at that. Your opponent can't plus cost to get around this removal. So like stuff like Sanjay and Pudding always dies to Red Hawk. You can kill Tashigi's with it, you can kill Cavendish's with it. And then in the late game, you just leave a Dawn up whenever you need to counter for 3k. But this only works on your leader, but it's the fact that it's 2 effects into 1 card saves you card space in the deck. And it's not even bad effects either, right? 4 Dawn to KO a 5-drop. But yeah, it is not a supernova type card though, so do be aware of that. So again, as we mentioned, the price of the deck is super expensive thanks to this law. In total is 367. But honestly, don't run the law. You could get away with running Bedge. I'll go over it in the tech options section. But in case you wanted to see the price of the deck without this law, it is, hey, would you look at that? It's under $100 before the Kumas, but the Kumas would definitely bring it over 100. But yeah, if you wanted to buy everything in this deck before the Kumas are released, and then just buy the 4 Kumas as singles, conveniently through my deck builder, which I'll have this particular list linked in the description below. If you click the show prices button up here, the shopping cart links will take you to the cheapest variation of each card. Or if you're lazy and you want to add the entire deck list to your clipboard, there's a master entry button here. You click that, it takes us to TCG Player's master entry form. You Control V, add the entire deck to your cart of available cards. Kuma will be available once those prices show up on TCG Player. But yeah, just a convenient way to just buy this deck outright. And both methods go through my affiliate link. So if you guys wanted to support me and you're going to buy these cards anyway, I would really appreciate it. And I save you some time, right? So yeah, you know, help me out. So we'll move on to the starting hands. So for Kid's starting hands, as we mentioned, their early game is all about stalling. So you just kind of want to answer your opponent's board. If they have a priority target that you want to kill, wait for your Zeuses to kill their 5-drops. This is good into like Zoro and pretty much anything really. Everybody runs 5-drops. So that's your like, what's the word? Panacea? I don't know how to pronounce that actually. And then especially into R Rayleigh, X-Trick is your boy. It's going to help you kill one of their bodies every turn before they can put Dawn onto it, before they can buff it for 2k. So just keeping their board clear. X-Trick's your guy for that. Also good into like the Zoro matchup for the same reason. Red Zoro, not green Zoro. I forget, I gotta specify now. And then if you're worried that your opponent has a lot of removal, Bedge would be your guy to develop on your 2-Dawn turn. Or even like wait until your 6-Dawn turn to play Bedge with the Hawkins. Hawkins is like your generic good into anything. If they have nothing that you have to worry about, you play Hawkins on 4. And then also against Green Purple Luffy. And yeah, again, same with the Zeus. Any deck that runs a lot of good 5-drops. Red Hawk is good to just stall, because you'll kill their character for 4 Dawn. And then you'll want a 7 Law eventually, because it's like the star card of your deck. It heals you, it sets up your leader ability, it's a big character, it's a 9k blocker, so just having them guaranteed is nice. You don't want to be stuck with like a bunch of Hawkins in the late game. You want to get to a point where you ditch all your early cost plays for counter, and then you want to chain Laws and Kids back to back, and even Kumas if you can. So those are the starting hands that you want to keep, so we'll move on to the card options. So for card options, there's a few options. I don't think they make or break the deck, actually. I think the deck choices already in the original list is pretty much the best cards that you're going to get. But if you wanted to spice things up and you want to consider some other stuff, there's Viola. Viola is a blocker that on play you can turn your life cards face down. So this makes it so that you can set up your leader ability if you're being like starved and you already used your leader ability prior. Your opponent can maybe not give you that top life card that's already face up. So Viola's a way to force it, and she's still a blocker too. Again, Bedge, you run that over the promo law unless you have 4 of them already, or if you're watching this by the time that Premium Booster 2 is out, in which case it's reprinted, so it's going to be pretty cheap. But until then, you can run Bedge, it's fine. Right, Bedge is really great. His trigger outright stops 1 attack from a character or a leader. People used to run the Zoro from OP10. It has Rush. If you have less life than your opponent, you can put it into your life pretty easily with the 7 Law, and then He comes out because if you trash a card from your hand and your leader's a supernova, you can play him out and he gets a rush, so you can attack with them. Oh, but if you trigger him, he just can attack the turn after anyway. But if you play him from your hand, he has rush. So yeah, people used to run Nami too, but I think that the Red Hawk kind of replaces Nami. But yeah, on play, if you trash another trigger card, you can pop a 5-drop. And then if you have 3 or less cards in your hand, you draw a card. Now on trigger, you get the on play effect without the body. People also used to run Robin. I don't think you need it anymore. I think Kuma is the better play on your 6th on turn, but if you wanted to be more aggressive, Robin, if your opponent has 3 or more life cards, they trash 1 card on top of their life cards. And on trigger, you can play a 3-drop from your hand, yellow one. And then Blaze Slice would be an interesting tech option, maybe as a 1 or 2 of. So for 1 Dawn on main or counter, up to one of your leaders or characters gets plus 1k power during the turn, and then if your opponent has 2 or less life cards, you can rest one of their 4-drops. So this can be used offensively and defensively. Offensively, you can rest one of their 4-drops, and then the 1 Dawn you pay for this is already transferred onto the character or leader that you're attacking with. And then defensively, if they have a bunch of 4-drops on board, you can block 1 attack with the counter portion of Blaze Slice, and then if you rest the 4-drop, that's stopping another attack. And then on trigger, it rests a 4-drop too. And then the card that used to be run in this deck before the Red Hawk was released was this Damn Punk. It's basically a Red Hawk, but it is a supernova type card, so you can search it. And then it still works in the late game too, right? The Red Hawk doesn't work when the life totals are under 5, but Damn Punk works no matter what. You can even rearrange one of the cards on your opponent's life too. But yeah, this doesn't check base cost though, so it can get like played around with cost addition. That's it for the card options. We'll move on to the sample curve. So for the curve of the deck, I'll just go over his best curve. It's going second, and we'll just do it against generic leaders. So first turn, you want to play your Luffy to find what you need. Fourth on turn, you play Hawkins, and then you don't want to make him to a blocker just yet until he attacks. 6th on turn, you can start swinging with the Hawkins now. You'll play Kuma, you'll heal, and then end of your turn, you turn your top life card face up, make Hawkins a blocker. And you're attacking with your leader every turn, by the way. I'm just doing this really quick because everyone knows how to play Kid, right? You can reference my old Kid deck breakdown if you want to get more detailed. And then on your 8th on turn, here's where you can play either Law or Kid. So if we're pretty healthy, I think Kid is worth it. Make them trash a life. He comes out rested if you use the on play. Then you got a 5 because they probably ignored this Hawkins, and you got a 7 and you have a 5 from your leader. And at the turn, you can untap this Kid with your leader ability, and then you get to cycle a card. Then on 10, you just play Law, puts it down on your leader. You put a card in your hand on top of your life. Then you have a 5k, 7k, 6k, 9k. Or you have Dawn Despair, so you could actually put more Dawn. So let's make your leader a 7 and make, I don't know, Hawkins a 6. And at the turn, you can make this Law into a blocker. Or no, you want to make the Kid into a blocker because he's already rested. That's probably better. And then you have a Dawn up for Red Hawk if you need to counter 3k on your leader. But yeah, this doesn't protect your characters, but then look, do they want to kill Hawkins and lose a life, or do they want to kill Kuma and heal you? Nope. And then the targets they do want to kill are like, he's a blocker untapped and this guy was just played. So the most likely aim for your face, this is where Red Hawk comes in handy. That's pretty much the curve. You do this into every leader. Unless you want to like tech into them, in which case you do have to worry about the Bedges and then the Zeuses, the timing of those. But that's when you forgo playing the Hawkins and the Kumas. So we'll move on to the matchup statistics. So for kids matchups in the last week of OP12 on the Eastern Sim, this is for private games only, so most of these comprise of ranked games just because the rank system had converted the Western queue to play in OP12, but you have the queue in OP12 in the sim. It's kind of weird, but yeah, here are the stats. So 9,262 games to pull from, a much more significant sample size just because everyone's playing OP12 now, giving him a first win rate of 48.65, second win rate of 59. So better going second by a large margin, giving him a raw win rate of 54.78, weighted to 52. A 4.77% play rate means that he's pretty high just because he's good into a lot of the top meta decks, namely Zoro and Rayleigh, which we can see down here in the breakdown. So yeah, good into Yamato, good into Nami, good into Rayleigh, good into Zoro, good into Koala too, good into Purple Black Luffy, but does falter to Green Bonnie, does falter to Lucci if you don't get your Bedges out. And then yeah, dies to Teach just because you can't get access to your on-plays. We're kind of an on-play focused deck. And then unfortunately does lose to Blue Purple Luffy, which still might be the best deck in the format, probably most likely the best deck in the format. And then has like turbulent matchups into some of these decks here, like Kuzan, Buggy, Smoker, Enel, where like going first you do lose, but going second you have a pretty good time. So that is going to be the OP13 Yellow Piss Kid deck breakdown for you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Are there any tech choices that you want to suggest? Leave them in the comments below. And yeah, I think early on, as people are trying out Zoro and Rayleigh, just the fact that Kid is getting to them, you're going to see a lot of Kid in early tournaments. as people switch back to Blue Purple Luffy because it's like the best deck in the format, and hopefully he doesn't get banned. We could see Kid kind of taper out just because he's not good into that. But early on, I would say Kid is a definitely strong choice to pick early on, especially if you can replace these 4 badges with the Law, right? This is the optimal yellow Kid list here. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Any feedback would be appreciated. If you're a new viewer, subscribe to my channel. I do have pretty much every other OP12 leader covered except for like Rosinante. So you can get a head start by checking those out. And yeah, I guess we'll move on to the gameplay portion. And alright, the yellow Kid versus green Zoro. Let me show you why this deck is popular in OP12 again. Okay, so they play Hiyori to start. Pick up Smoker. Okay, we will just swing at Hiyori. I guess we'll just pass. I don't want my Apus to die for nothing. I want them to die for something. Okay, Kuina, just to give me something to attack into. Don't mind the Badu. What the heck? Okay, so I guess I can do Dawn Leader, 6 at Kuina, and I'll just play Badge Apu Apu. Can't kill this many blockers, right? Okay, it does play Smoker. I can Red Hawk it. Unless he plays like a Koshiro. That's kind of what he needs right now. Ooh, okay, 7 in my face. I will take that. Gladly, gladly. Okay, Zeus can kill it too, but I want to save some of my life. So we'll Red Hawk. And then I still have Dawn left over, so I'll just swing 8 at leader. Took it. We will pass. I haven't played any Supernova that I could turn into a blocker yet. Where my Hawkins at? Okay, me Hawkins. Here's 9. I might as well just take that. Okay, there's a Hawkins. But I will trigger him because I think it's too late now. I have better stuff to play. Like this Katakuri. Put that Mihawk. Get that shit out of here. And then we will swing 5. And then I will leave Dawn up in case I need to counter 3k. In case he does like a triple 9k kind of swing. Because even if I block the triple 9k, it becomes like a quadruple 9k. So I might still go to 0, you know? Go on, take a 5. You know you want that. Yeah, 5 live. He didn't take it. Okay, so let's just see how far we can get without using our leader ability. Would be nice if I found a 7 Law or an 8 Kid sometime soon. Okay, 9 in my face. Is he doing the triple 9 for real? Okay, we'll counter that for 3 and then for 2. So he needs to use an event to restand. Because I didn't block. Okay, he restood. Another 9. Okay, we'll just take that. So he has to event again a 3rd time. And I'll just use like 2 Apu blockers. Oh, he played Perona. I noticed a lot of freaking Zoros like to feign having 2 of the event. I don't know if it's worth it to feign it. Yes, 2 Dawn Up. I guess it could be Dawn Up for the Dead Man's game. We'll get this top deck 7 Law. Thank you very much. Put our only Supernova type card in our hand. Luckily we had one in our 6. Okay, we'll do 7 with leader. Let's flush his Dead Man's game. Oh, he's probably going to take. He has so much life. We'll do 9 with Katakuri. Try to Dead Man's game that. He didn't. Okay. We will make Law into a blocker and pretend like we have another Red Hawk, but we don't. There's probably no use in me bluffing too after I just give off my spiel. 12k at Katakuri? Well, we can afford 2 Apus for this. Could be 3, right? Because he's going to have 3 Dawn Up, yeah. Yeah. Katakuri, I will save you with the badge. Okay, he's attacked 3 times at this. Wait, can you do one more? I forgot. Oh, he couldn't. Okay. Woo! Okay, we'll play Kuma and untap. Heal? Not untap. What am I talking about? Untap a life into my life area. We'll do 8 at face. Counters. Okay, how about 8 at face? I could get a Red Hawk in my life, you know, just in case. Counters that. Okay, probably should just attack for 9. Here's a 9 that I'll take. Yep. And then we'll make Law into a blocker again. It was a Mihawk. Yeah, I could potentially trigger and draw into a Red Hawk here, so it's safer to leave the Dawn up, I think. Okay, he Dead Man's game my Dawn and my blocker, so it didn't matter if I left Dawn up. I keep forgetting that that's a card now. Well, he can't kill me, right? He's used 3 of his untap events. Okay, here is 11 at my Balaka. Let's counter 4. He can attack either. No, he can't attack my Law again, but he can kill my Katakuri. That's okay. Okay, Kuma 7. If he takes this, I just try to go for game. Oh no, he doesn't take it, so I'm not gonna go for game. I'll just heal. So I can afford 3 Dawn, and then I can play Kuma and have a Dawn up. No way he defends an 8 at this point. Nope. We just give him the Mihawk. I don't care. I don't even care. We'll play Kuma. I want to keep the Red Hawk in hand, because I can untap my character. If he attacks my Kuma, that's fine with me. I'll heal. Okay, there's a Mihawk. Give him 4 Dawn back. He can do 11 at Kuma. That just prolongs my death for a long time. I have 4 life. It's all face up though, but it's there. If he attacks me at all, my Kikunojo comes out. Okay, so Hiyori finds an answer. Koshiro, not exactly an answer. Okay, let's play Koshiro out, and he doesn't attack because he doesn't want to trigger. I will swing 9, try to get him to block, or at least see what he does. I can do 9, 9, 11. He blocks with Mihawk. Oh yeah, Predator's Waterfall messes things up. Now I don't have lethal. Potentially, if he has enough counter. We'll throw 9. Blocks, throw 9. Oh no, wait, yeah, I do have. I have way more than lethal, probably. He blocks this. Counters, because it doesn't matter, because I can just go 11. 9 is enough though for perfect game. I was just trying to be dramatic, you know? Raise attention. Okay, Piss Kid versus Period Rayleigh. Oh no, don't make that a thing. That's even worse. I'll admit, that's too far. Ew, editor, cut that part out. That should never ever become a thing. Okay, so Nami whiffs. Okay, I love to see it. I also whiff on my searcher. Hate to see that. Play with us. We'll get a trigger. Nope. Okay, give me a 4-drop at least. Hawkins X. Okay, Buggy. Oh, in that case, maybe X-Drake is the play, and I can even develop a poop. What is with my humor, Piss Kid? Period. Really, a poop. Is that all I am? Okay, they play Boa. I want to kill that instead. I'm more than the potty humor. It dies. We'll play a poop. No, I'm not. That's too funny. See, the first half of the deck breakdown is the serious part, and this is the part where you are like, oh, this is the kind of guy I've been watching. What the heck? Okay, so Luffy into Sanji is 6 at me. He left the Dawn up for Conqueror's Hockey. So unfortunately, I cannot trigger the Law. Yeah, no, that's Observation Hockey. Okay, 6 with the Buggy. That's what he was saving the Dawn for. Okay, so I tap Sanji. Sanji's a bigger threat. Then we'll Red Hawk the Luffy, and then Red Hawk Tua. Oh, that's not that funny anymore. It's too late to do Hawk Tua jokes. We kill the Sanji with our leader, and we'll play Bedge and then untap our X-Drake. X-Drake MVP. He cannot do anything about it, especially since I have 3 here. 1 on field, 1 in my life, 1 in my hand. Shakuyaku. I mean, if he floods the board, I just play 2 X-Drakes, right? And I just kill 2 things a turn. So he buffs Buggy with leader ability. 6 at us. We should remember that he has a Kong Gatling, actually. Let's keep countering. We'll take 1 of the hits this turn. Maybe this one. Yeah, and then what did you got left? Ooh, Kid and Killer. We'll block that one. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, can I clear this board? We know he has an Observation Hockey and then a Gatling that doesn't help him. So this Buggy should be dead. Play Kata and put non-counter into life. And then that's it. That's all I got this time. So no more rush, please. Okay, he observates the Hockey there. Picked up another 4 Luffy. Oh, I think there's a freaking cricket in my house. Can you guys hear it? This is a new problem in the new place that I moved into. Okay, so Shakuyaku 6? No, 5. 6. 7. Whoa, big number. We'll block. And then 8 from leader will take. That's all the attacks you got. Okay, what can I kill? We can 7 law, heal. Then we can extract the Luffy. Yeah, that's how we're gonna kill him. 8 at him. He dies. Okay, we can just kill Shakuyaku with our leader then. Play this Luffy to find 8 Kid. He does have a lot of life that I want to get at some point. We throw 7 at Shakuyaku. And then Dawn up for a Red Hawk if we need. And then extract. You being reused every turn like a show horse. Is that what a show horse is? I actually don't know. A stallion? Is that like the breeding kind of horses? Okay, so we know he has a unblockable event and a conch hawk. Ooh, just Nami swinging 10 at me. I don't need this extra anymore if he has got no characters in hand. And then 11 at me. We'll take. Throw 5 at Nami. If I countered the 10, I could have just blocked the 11. I thought he was gonna leave a Dawn up or something. So we kill his only character. Let's just heal. I think we're fine. We are more than fine. Here is 7. Then 8. Then 9. All takes. Yep, we'll play Luffy to find a 2k. Yep. And we will make a blocker. Okay, so we have a blocker, a 3k counter event, and then 2 life. He does play a Luffy. So I don't have my X-Tricks anymore, but I have 2 more in my hand. Okay, Buggy out. No attacks at me this turn besides the leader though. And he needs to commit like 3 more Dawn to even like get over my blocker. Okay, Nami. They have Zoro. Shakuyaku. Okay, observation hockey. They have observation conquers Zoro. 2 observations. And then the unblockable event. Okay, he used 1 observation. Now he has a kid and killer too. I'm not gonna remember all that. Okay, 7 we just block. And you can play Zoro. Yeah. Zoro, let's counter that for 2. Oh, we have Zeus too. So many ways to kill. Okay, we do 8 at face. Let's see if we can set up lethal. If not, I think we're still safe. Throw a 9 here. Takes that. Throw another 9 here. If he takes, I just go all in. If not, I kill Luffy. I attack into Zoro. I Red Hawk the Luffy. Or do I Zeus the Luffy? That's cheaper. Okay, he does counter out of this 9. That's a lot of cards out of his hand. We'll Red Hawk. Huh? Oh, 5 life total or more. I'm a dummy. Editor, cut this part out. But hey, this is how much the kid deck counters Rayleigh. I can mess up. I can throw away 4 Dawn like that, and I think I can still win this. Just wanted to show you guys how lopsided this matchup is. And I don't have my leader ability. Trust. This is how good Kid is into Rayleigh. Okay, so he observation hockey. Y'all trusting me? You trust? Second obs. Okay, he has another rush. Still trusting me? I mean, we literally have 8k counter in hand. Literally. Shitterally. Okay, here's 8 at us. There's a 7. We just countered a 7 and we're good, right? Okay, here is a 7. We just countered the 7 and we're good, right? Yeah. Right? No, I could still die. No, he used leader ability already. So he can only make 2 more attacks. Since he already buffed the buggy. There's no more... Either only Nami or Shakuyaku can attack me. Unless he plays like a kid and killer. No, yeah, I still only have 2 life to his 2 attackers. See, you could completely throw away 4 Dawn for a turn and still win, and then 3k counter that could have saved you. It wouldn't have saved me, it would have been like spit in the face defense, you know? Just wanted a small handicap for my guy here. Because I gave him a really bad nickname, sorry. Okay, we could be seeing concede, he hasn't done anything, yep. Poetic. Okay, Piss Kid versus Purple Black Luffy. You know, some would consider us the same tier in OP11, but I don't think so anymore. Okay, we'll play a Searcher here. Or no, Betch? No, he doesn't remove anything. We'll play a Searcher. Okay, Tego Hawkins. We're set up, we're set up. Right, they don't Oh no, they do run Gungam Lightning. Okay, so there's Robin. He's got 7 to throw at us if he show chooses. If he chooses, we'll counter 3. Why not? I don't think I can kill anything with the Red Hawk anyway, because the Rum Luffy's a 6. Beer Luffy. Rum Luffy? Yeah, I call him Rum Luffy. 5. I almost forgot my own nickname from. That's different from everyone else's. For a second there, I conformed. Okay, no trigger. We'll play Hawkins. Let's not make a blocker just yet. It's probably worth it to kill this Robin just because... Okay, so Mr. 2. Yeah, Robin just needs 1 Dawn to attack me, which he can do right now. Okay, he throws 8 at me. We'll take that X-Drake. I have more life than him, so I can't tap the Mr. 2. Okay, we'll throw 5 at leader then. I guess it's a Kuma turn. Okay, he took a 5. How about another 5? Taking these 5s pretty liberally here. Counter 1. I guess he wants me to get out of X-Drake range no matter what. So Kuma, Matata, and then make a Hawkins blocker. I really hope this cricket isn't being picked up by the microphone. I'm gonna go hunt for it after this. Okay, so we play 8 cat, that version of this deck. So he's got a 7 and the 6 from leader if he wants to use the Mr. 2 or 557. But I think he wants to save that Mr. 2 for one of my bigger guys. I currently don't have a way to deal with it. 5, let's take. Come on, throw 7 so I can block. Police. Okay, he didn't go for it. Alright, then I'll ping with them for 5. I can Zeus to Mr. 2, is that worth it? Nah, I gotta play a big guy. Here's a 5. I want to get him to block with the kata early, and then I can just swing 7 with the Kuma. Okay, so if he counters that, I'm not going to swing with the Kuma at all. We'll just kid him, make him go down to 1, cycle a card. I have no down up, so bye-bye. And then we'll make Kid into a blocker this time. Okay, so Mr. 2 can copy a 9k. That's not good, but not the worst thing. I still have 4 life. Okay, you Ragnaroked my Kid. That's not good. Where'd my blocker go? Why didn't you Ragnarok my Kuma? Chopper 2 to get the Dom back. Dang, efficient. Okay, oh yeah, since he killed my Kid already, there's only a 7. So we will counter this for 3. I kind of feel like he should have attacked with the Mr. 2 first, because maybe I wouldn't have blocked and countered 1. I don't know what I would have done. Because that is a line of play that is out of my mind now. Okay, so 6 with the Robin will counter 2. He's got 6 with leader and 8 with the Katakuri. Would he kill our Hawkins? Nope, he would not. I will counter this and take the 8. That is my fate. Okay, so I still have more life, so I cannot tap the chopper. Swing 2 at Mr. 2. He could block with the Katakuri, I guess, or counter if he really wants to, but I have 3 other attacks to throw at him. He countered crazy. Okay, I'll throw 5 at him then. Block with the chopper, you crazy. Do 5 at the Mr. 2. If he blocks, okay, I might have lethal here. Okay, we'll play the Kid, make him lose a life, and then we have 9 for perfect lethal actually. Dang, you so crazy. That Mr. 2 is not worth it. Yeah, Gungam Giant in hand too. Okay, Piss Kid versus Red Shanks. Hey, this is a pretty familiar matchup. But I got some new tools, but so did he. Okay, we're going second though, so that's good for us. Mr. Uta. Why did I say Mr.? It's just Uta. Uta, pick up Building Snake. We'll play out Bedge if he's running Building Snake, it's the KO variant, so we just have Bedge to protect our characters. Okay, second Uta. Or as you guys like to call her, Uda. Shanks. Or as you guys like to call him, Shanks 6. Okay, editor, cut that part out. I don't want to get cancelled. Okay, we'll play Hawkins and pass. I can actually kind of speak Japanese, so it's okay, right? It's not okay. I shouldn't have done that. 6 at us, we'll counter 2. 4. Okay, just the blocker Shanks. I can just Zeus it. Juice it and Zeus it. I'll swing with the Hawkins first though. 6. Oh, but he could just leader ability and block. I forgot that guy's a blocker. Even though I call him Blocker Shanks, I forget that he has blocker. But maybe he counters out of this because he wants to save the Shanks for my leader hit. Right? That's valid. You kind of want to block the last hit of the turn if you can. Because if he blocks this hit, I can just go like 10 at Shanks. Okay, yeah. So we'll Zeus it. And then since he used leader ability already, we'll just swing 5 with our leader. He takes. How about a Bejin and a Poo? Try to kill my Hawkins now. We'll make him a blocker too. And if he kills Hawkins, I put him into life, then my 7 laws for the next 2 turns are safe. He Bebekmend. Okay, we'll put Hawkins into life. What happens if I click use action again? I don't want to risk it. 5 of us. Just take the Hawkins back and trigger. Let's get rid of Kikunojo. Okay, I have to put the Searcher into life. Or a Poo. We'll put the Searcher. Or, no, it's 7 Law. Let's keep counter in hand. It's fine that he knows that we have 2. Do 6 at leader. You could play a Searcher to find a 3rd. Oh, I want to find like 8 Kid with the Luffys. Okay, he does counter 2. We'll play out Luffy, no 8 Kid. I guess we'll take a 7 Law. Okay, so we've got 3 or 4. 4 in the works. No, wait, under the law is Katakuri. So we have 3 Law. 3 Law and Katakuri coming. Okay, he does Building Snake, my Law, and then he Benbekmans it. We'll put him into life. Hey, that's pretty good. 5 at us. I guess I should counter this and take a 7. No, we'll take it. 7, we'll take it. I want all my laws in hand. Now we get the 8 Kid too. Maybe I play Kid instead. I don't really need a heal. Or make a blocker. So we'll play Kid. Oh, but we can't cycle yet. He's at 3 life. It's fine. We'll throw 7 at leader. Maybe he takes this one. Leader ability counter 2. Okay, never mind. Our Kid should be safe because he needs to commit like at least 2 Dawn to attack into him, and I have 3 blockers out. Kinda the counter to this guy. Okay, he plays the 10 cost Shanks. We'll get into life. 5. We should counter this one finally. We'll take the Kid. Block 1 and we'll take the last hit. Take the Kid. We just replay him a few times, make him lose life. But I'm still pretty safe at 3. So Kid out again. Lose a card. Oh, he's running PRB02. That's not fair. 6 at leader. Then we will play in a Poo. Counters 2. We'll play a Poo. And then cycle. Finally, get rid of a 7 Law. Wasn't a Poo pretty strong? But they kind of relegate him to like 2k counters and blockers in the card game. Right? If I remember correctly on Onigashima. He didn't get to fight to full capacity, but he wasn't like someone that I would consider only blocker and 2k counter territory. They even give Uruj better cards than Apu, but Uruj hasn't been in the manga in like a bajillion years. That's not fair. Are they racist? Because Apu is based off like a Chinese pirate. Come on, Oda. Okay, 10 at 9. You know better than that, Oda. 10 at 9. Put some justice on my man Apu here. Okay, plays a Lucky Roo. Even freaking Lucky Roo has better cards than Apu. But a 1-drop Apu blocker is pretty useful though. He's just not like a physical threat. But who did he fight again? He beat up somebody pretty bad. I forgot who. It's been like years since Onigashima in the manga actually. Okay, so he counters that. Here's 9 from Kid. Okay, blocks. Play a second Bedge out and then cycle. Let's make a blocker. So he does have threats on board, that's the thing. I'm not out of the clear just yet, but I'm pretty healthy. Okay, does play a Newgate. He can dispose of my Bedges every turn, once a turn. So might as well just block with them from now. So he does kill 1. I don't mind taking life right now though. 7. We could block, and then he put 2 Dawn on a Beckman. I can counter that, and then 12 from the Shanks I block. Oh, he does 12 now. We'll block. 7 at my face. I take. If he shouldn't attack me first, because then I can get the Hawkins trigger and get 1 more card. He does it though. Okay. We get 4k counter. Let's get rid of 1 of them. And he's got 9. Oh no, 7. Okay, we'll take that so I can potentially put Newgate into life. Here's a blocker. Should I put the blocker into life? No, it's a 2k though. I will just swing and stall? Swing 9 and see what happens. If things fail, I just go for board, right? And I should be good. Because I can heal and end Red Hawk. He blocks. So I might still have game with the 1-drop Luffy, but to be safe, we'll just heal with Law and he'll trigger out. And then do 7 at Ben Beckman. Maybe he doesn't have any counter and I can get rid of 2 here. He does counter. And then 9 at Newgate should kill. We'll make a blocker. We'll cycle. And then make a blocker. Let's get rid of 1 Red Hawk. It's only 1 down up anyway. We'll make Kid into a blocker, and then he knows we have this Law coming. Yeah, he has 4 attacks. I have a blocker and like 5k counter. Okay, 5 minutes will counter 2. Ben Beckman. Okay, he does another Shanks. Ben Beckman attacks. I just Red Hawk. 12 in my Law. Okay, I cannot stop that. I'm in trouble. Now, if he triggers my Law, I have game. I might have game even without it. Wait, he does trigger it because yeah, my Searcher can attack too. Another 7. We will Red Hawk for fun. 1-800 Red Hawk and fun. Oh, he just concedes. So yeah, Piss Kid feeling pretty good. Bye.
Car D Kaizoku.
Da 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 da.